Hello and welcome into the Northwest Bank Studios for Cyclone Fanatic Daily on a Wednesday. The Iowa State football team kicked off fall camp today with their first practice of the season up in Ames. We are just 31 days away from kickoff in Dublin for the 2025 football season. The second cornerback spot is fascinating to me this year. Whoever replaces Darian Porter or Miles Purchase will be a guy that's played very few reps at Iowa State. It could be Lindenwood transfer Trey Bell, former wide receiver Benny Nagoyi, or a couple of redshirt freshmen like Quentin Taylor or David Coffey. Because of who's on the other side of them, Jontez Williams, that group will be tested a lot. GM Derek Hoodjer has great insight on the cornerbacks.
For sure, and like you said, obviously the starting point is Jontez, I think, is as good as any corner in college football.
Love him.
He's a tremendous player and a tremendous leader and a tremendous teammate. And so obviously that's a great starting point. And at DB in general, I don't think you can ever have enough. Obviously, we play with at least 5 DBs on the field every snap. And again, those guys can do so many different things throughout a football game. And so while Jontez is probably the only guy that's got significant returning experience, Trey Bell has played a ton of college football at Lindenwood and has high-end athletic traits. And I think just the maturity that comes with playing at football, even though it wasn't here that he played college football and he's been in big environments, he walked in the door and has a maturity about him for sure. Benny Nagoyi, like you said, you might be the card-carrying member, but I think there's others – I
was the OG. Just
I don't know if that's true, but that's become a hot name for sure, and deservedly so. And Benny,
I like a guy like him though. From what you guys have told me, where you ask him to make a change, and he's like, "Yeah, he doesn't fight you."
He didn't even blink, and he's maybe as physically gifted as anyone, just from a height, weight, wingspan, speed, jumping ability. He's got a lot of talent. He played DB in high school, and he's had an opportunity, I think, to make a immediate impact. And then Quentin Taylor and David Coffey are the guys that redshirted a year ago, who both have flashed as really high-end players as well. So we feel really confident in that room. And maybe only one guy's played a ton of football, but everyone's got to play for the first time at some point, and that doesn't scare us.
If you haven't been following along with our summer podcast series, I recommend you do. I caught up with Cyclone great Curtis Jones today to talk about his new NBA contract with the Denver Nuggets. And what made Kurt so great, and what's made him great, is his ability to balance his hunger with humility. Jones has worked his way up from no D1 or D2 offers to JUCO, to the MAC, to the Big 12, and now he's in the association. Jones has truly earned this chance.
Really just excited about the opportunity, like in itself. Just also being in like an NBA, like just around it, like really being in it, like seeing everything, the behind the scenes, the travel, just all of that stuff. Like I think that's something, so many kids dream about. I wouldn't even say it was like my dream to make it to the NBA. Like I wanted to go D1. That's just because the NBA seemed so far, like at a point. And so I just wanted to go D1 kind of out of high school. I was never like, I got to get to the NBA. But it really just ended up happening. But now that I'm here, I just want to see, like, everything that goes on. And I think that's going to be really cool.
Check out the full interview with Jones, courtesy of Fairway Meat and Grocery and Atuzal Financial Services on CycloneFanatic.com or wherever you consume your CF content. The Cyclone script takeover continues. The Iowa State volleyball team debuted their new script uniforms, and how good do those look? The Cyclone script is perfect and should be on every single uniform, and with the way things are trending, it's kind of looking like it's heading that way more and more every day. Good stuff out of the volleyball team. Stay tuned into CF the rest of the week. We've got some men's basketball availability on Thursday, and then Iowa State football media day on Friday. Cyclone Fanatic is your spot to be. Thanks for tuning in to the Northwest Bank Studios.